Let's be honest, most people have a forgettable personal brand. They blend in, they play it safe, and they wonder why no one remembers them. But if you're too scared to stand out, you deserve to be overlooked. Here's the brutal truth: if people don't remember you, you don't matter. Because in this world, attention isn't given, it's taken. In a world where perception is everything, your personal brand is either making you stand out or keeping you invisible. And if you think just working hard will get you noticed, you're wrong. It won't. Visibility beats effort, because if no one sees you, your value stays hidden. You need to command attention, create impact, and make people care about who you are. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you, through BaZi, the system that reveals the hidden factors shaping your presence, charisma, and influence. If you're okay with being average, scroll away. But if you want to be remembered, keep watching. Your presence is weak, fire element. You walk into a room, and nobody notices. Why? Because your energy is too small. You're not showing up with presence. And if your presence doesn't speak before you do, you've already lost the room. Invisible energy gets invisible results. No one chases what they can't feel. If you don't take up space, don't be surprised when the world moves on without you. And in a world that rewards boldness, being quiet isn't humble, it's forgettable. Silence doesn't build influence, it buries it. If you don't speak up, someone else will speak over you, and they won't say your name. Fire is what makes people pay attention. If your BaZi has strong fire, great, use it. If it's weak, you need to force yourself to be visible. Because no one remembers the spark that never lit the room. Because inattention isn't rejection, it's a sign that you're not shining bright enough. And if the world doesn't see your light, it will forget you ever existed. Visibility isn't vanity, it's survival. Action step: post something bold today. Challenge a norm, share an opinion, make people react. Stop being invisible. You look like everyone else, metal element. If your image is sloppy, outdated, or inconsistent, you're failing at branding. People judge what they see before they listen to what you say. And in a world that scrolls fast and decides faster, looking average is the same as being ignored. And if your look doesn't match your value, they'll scroll past you before you get a chance to speak. Perception isn't superficial, it's the gateway to your opportunity. Because in the attention economy, your appearance is your first pitch, and most people lose before they even open their mouth. Metal is about structure and refinement. If your BaZi has strong metal, perfect, lean into it and sharpen your brand. If not, fix it now. Because in a world that rewards precision, rough edges get ignored. Because in a noisy world, clarity and polish aren't optional, they're what make people take you seriously. And if you don't shape your image with intention, the world will mislabel you by default. Action step: look at your online presence. If you weren't you, would you take yourself seriously? If the answer is no, fix it immediately. Because if your digital brand screams average, people will treat you that way. Your online presence is your reputation in public. Make sure it commands respect, not pity. You're not captivating, water element. Do people hang on to your every word, or do they forget what you said the moment you stop talking? If it's the latter, your charisma is weak. Because if you can't hold attention, you'll never hold influence. And without influence, you're just noise in a world already too loud. Water energy makes you adaptable, persuasive, and magnetic. If your BaZi has strong water, use it to command attention. If not, you need to build it, learn how to hold attention and tell better stories. Action step: share a story today. Make it engaging, emotional, and memorable. If you can't hold attention, you don't have a brand. Because in a world addicted to connection, the storyteller wins, every time. You don't own your confidence, earth element. No one respects uncertain, hesitant, or insecure energy. People follow those who stand firm. If you don't own your space, why should anyone take you seriously? Confidence isn't a luxury, it's the cost of entry to being seen and heard. Earth energy is about stability and confidence. If you have strong earth in your BaZi, you naturally radiate authority. If you don't, you need to train yourself to be unshakable. Because in uncertain moments, people don't follow the loudest, they follow the most grounded. Action step: stop downplaying yourself. Right now, write down 3 things you know you're great at. Then, tell people about it. If you don't, someone less qualified will. And they won't just speak louder, they'll take the opportunities that should have been yours. You're forgettable, wood element. You're trying to be like everyone else. Safe. Predictable. Boring. And the problem is, no one remembers the person who plays it safe. If you don't give people a reason to notice you, they won't. And while you're busy fitting in, someone else is getting chosen for the spotlight you were too afraid to claim. Wood energy is about innovation and growth. If you have strong wood in your BaZi, you thrive when you challenge the status quo. If it's weak, you need to stop playing small and start standing out. Because no one builds a legacy by following the script, they write their own. Action step: say something today that makes people think. If you're not shaking things up, you're fading into the background. And if you're not bold enough to challenge the norm, don't expect to lead the conversation. The challenge. The truth is, if people don't remember you, they'll replace you. Invisibility is a liability, because in a world obsessed with speed, attention goes to the loudest, not the most qualified. So, here's your challenge: pick the one area you're weakest in, and take action today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. And if you're serious about unlocking your full potential, I'll help you do it. Book a 90-minute BaZi career consultation and let's build a personal brand that actually gets you noticed. Drop a comment below: what's the biggest mistake you've been making with your brand? Let's fix it.